Welcome back to the Fractal Video Shufflr training series. Today we're going to do another advanced edit, and in this video we're going to do a picture only video. So I got requested to do a video in the editor, and this is the video that we're going to be making, and so I'm going to mute this. So it looks like we have a disclaimer here at the front, and then it's just some images. And so the theme of this video is going to be Think You've Seen It All, rare vintage photos that will blow your mind. And so what I like to do when I'm trying to replicate certain videos is I definitely like to know what parts are the most popular and also what exactly is being shown in the video. So let's check the comments just in case. So it does look like the comments have some details. In this video, again, I think it didn't have any. Yeah, it's just sound. So here's what we're gonna do. Let's see. Trying to remember. Is it here? Save. I thought there was a way to get the closed captions, but maybe not. I wonder will the video transcript give me. Yeah, no, I didn't think so. There's not a transcript on this. What I was hoping for was getting like this, but I think that's actually inside of the video. So no worries. Alright, so I think instead of trying to do too much here, we're gonna do something very simple. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab the URL, go back to Fractal Video Shufflr. We're gonna go into the advanced editor and click create project. And then once you are here, I'm gonna click this button. We're gonna just paste what we just copied, and I'm gonna click add. And so that'll give me that video. And then I think for the rest, what I'm gonna actually do while that's downloading is I'm going to go and find some images. And I think what I'm gonna do for that is I'm gonna go back to the home page and I'm gonna go into focus mode. And I'm gonna go down to the script shuffler. What I want to do is I want to go into the prompt library, and we're gonna add a new prompt, and this is going to help us with getting images. So I'm gonna call this our storyboard image prompt, and this is a prompt that should be very simple. All we want is for the AI to be able to read our script that we give it, and for it to give us some search terms so that we can easily find images for the video that we want to create. So in this case, I'm just going to write a prompt that we want to give GPT. So let's see. Let's say divide this script up into sections in order, and for each section, for every sentence in that section, give me search term to visually support that sentence. Return a list with the sentence and 3 terms each. Alright, now if I were to save this prompt, it should, once we give it a script, it'll start giving us a storyboard, and we can use that storyboard to build our video here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just click add prompt. Now we got that storyboard prompt. I'm going to move this to the top. Guess it doesn't want to move. Just leave it there for now. But I do want to turn on ask before next, just so that it divides each section up and make sure to give me some search terms for every single part of my script. So let's close that out and let's go back to our video here. So we got this added in, and let's make sure this got what we wanted. So it did. So I want to make sure that I only want to use part of this, right? So I'm going to go ahead and click cut, and now I can cut this video that we just got. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab certain parts of this video. So I'm going to start, let's see, what part do we want? Let's say we want starting from, actually I do think we want, well no, we don't want that because it's got a name in there. So let's start from here, from 5 seconds, and let's start cutting out parts of this that we would like. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab this much and let's play it to see what that looks like. And then I do want to, yeah, let's see what that looks like. Yeah, this is good. So I do want to zoom in as well, so we don't have to see that. And that'll work. Alright, and so yeah, I like this. I'm just going to click cut, and that'll start cutting that for us, and that'll get us that exact part of that video that we want. And I left cut original unchecked, so it will not actually touch the original video. So we can come back in and we can keep cutting that up and getting as many of those parts as we want. We ended at 54 seconds, so I'm going to come back in here and I'm going to just keep going and trying to get more parts of this. So I'm going to start at 54 and we're going to get about 117. So let's go 54. 55 is fine. Let's grab. And I didn't mention it yet, but just so you're aware, this is solely using the pro version. I have not used any platinum features, so just for the base pro price, you get everything you've seen so far. So yeah, I'm just clipping this up because I want that zoom, and I just want parts of that video. We didn't want the whole 20 minutes, and there were parts of that we didn't want, so we're just gonna clip that up manually for now. I don't want to take too long in this video, so what we're gonna do now is just grab one more. So we're gonna do that around 143. Then we're gonna grab about, yeah, that looks fine. We'll cut this part out as well. And while that's cutting, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to the video. And so this video, of course, is Thank You Seen It All, Rare Vintage Photos. So what I'm gonna do in order for us to be able to have search terms, I'm gonna just grab that. And since this doesn't have a transcript, we're gonna have to get a little fancy. So we'll just grab the title and we'll go again back to our script shuffler where we were adding that or that new prompt, and I'm going to select this, and I'm going to actually select on our storyboards for images, which is the new one we just created. I'm going to paste the title that we just copied. Then I'm also going to go ahead and grab this. I'll copy that, and I'm going to paste that in there as well. Then I'm just going to click Shuffle Script. Make sure again that our storyboard is selected here, and we're just going to click Continue. That's going to start building our storyboard for us, and I just want to see what that first message is, and then we'll auto continue it. So it does look like it's trying to write a script, and so I just want to make sure yeah, looks like it's still trying to write a script. I wonder is it because I selected as before. So let's restart. Let's paste that back in. Yeah, looks like it's only giving me a script, which is completely fine. So what we're gonna do instead is we're gonna go into ChatGPT, and we're just gonna ask it for what we want. So we're just going to give it that title. Go back into our prompt library, grab what we wrote there, and then again just give it to this AI. So again, we just want to divide this up into sections so that we have some search terms to use, and I'll be able to update the shuffler so that it can do more than just scripts, but right now it looks like it's only set to scripts, which makes sense. It's called the script shuffler. All right, so now this is what I wanted it to do. I wanted it to give us each sentence and then like a set of search terms to use. And so now we got this breaking down per section, per search term. And so this will help us create our image only video. So let's go back into our advanced editor, and now that we got a few different clips made from that big video that we got, we can go ahead and delete that. I don't really need that anymore right now. If you did need it, you could just keep clipping out different sections of that. Alternatively, you can open it and you can just set different parts to ignore. So same thing, you just set the start and end and click ignore, and then it would add to the list and it would just ignore that part, so you wouldn't have to cut it. But I like to cut it so that I know what clips I'm working with. Just depends on what workflow you want to go through. Both are really fast. So now that we got our clips here and we got our storyboard, what I'm going to do is on the right in the inspector, I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to add a script. And here I'm going to paste the storyboard that we just created in ChatGPT. And so now I'll be able to click save, and it will add the script to the project. And so you'll be able to view it anytime by clicking the view script button here in the right, and it'll show you that script. And so I'm going to use that in order to find images quickly. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the total duration of this to around 1670, since I know that's around the time that, excuse me, 1670 isn't actually, let's just say 17 minutes. I'm going to set that to 17 minutes, and that's just because I think the length of the original, okay, yeah, it was 20 minutes. Yeah, we'll just do a 17-minute video. And so now that we got a few clips already and we got our script, I'm just going to go ahead and create a few sections so that we can split this video up into different sections. So here we go, splitting this up into sections, and that looks good. We got about 9 sections. Let's do 10 sections for this 17-minute video, making each section about 2 minutes or so. Which makes sense considering the clips I got were, this is 1 minute, yep, and then this one was 30 seconds, and this one was another 47. So yeah, that makes sense, about 1 to 2 minutes per section. Great. So I got my first section, which we already know how we want to start it because we know how the other really popular video did. So I'm going to turn off shuffle, but I do want this section muted. So yeah, I just want that to go through exactly how it is in order. And then for the rest of these, I'm just going to click into my view script. I'm going to go to the top, and yeah, I'm just going to go through pretty much anything that I like. This looks good, so I'm going to grab that, copy, find images, search. Sorry, it does that when I'm recording for some reason. And then, yeah, these are looking good. I must try to find an image that I actually like. This looks great. And this looks good. I'm gonna add those two. And then I am going to go back to my script, grab some of that from that section, go back to find images. And again, it's gonna close this just because I'm recording for some reason. But yeah, just click search. It's gonna find some images for me, and I'm going to pick the one that I like that kind of fits the theme we're looking for. Add those in there, and then again, going back to my script, clicking another term, going to find some images. Then finding another set that I really think would fit, so I want to go with that one. Let's go with this one, and let's go with that one. So now my section 2 looks good. What we're gonna do is keep going. Let's go into our other section here. Let's see which one of these looks good. Let's get this tabloid cover for section 3. And again, this video didn't have any voiceover or anything, so it's just straight image video. See what we got here. Which one of these would do well on YouTube? Dinner in the nude. Yeah, that looks good for YouTube. Let's do it. Just add those in, and you get the picture. Just continuing to do that, and it's very easy. So what I'm gonna do is just gonna duplicate these, drag some down. Gonna duplicate these, drag those down, and this is kind of how you would do the edit using Fractal Video Shuffler for something like this. And so I'm actually going to remove these other sections just for the sake of not making this video too long. But once you have everything set, all you have to do is make sure to click this button, which is to preview the plan. You can also do it from File, Preview Plan. You just do it here, click Preview Plan, and it'll start to select those clips for you. and it'll create that plan for you. And of course, you don't have to preview, you can just go straight to export. But if you want to see what it looks like before you export, you can preview. And of course, you can drag this up and down to make that preview bigger or smaller. And then you'll have the timeline here once that is fully generated. And since this is a 17-minute video, it's going to take a little bit of time to generate that preview for you. But it's got to turn all these images into a video. And while that loads, we can go into a couple of other features in the events editor. If you have not seen any of the other tutorials, highly recommend. But here on the right, you have the inspector where we were setting that total duration. And of course, setting the min and max clip length. So of course, it's going to turn these still images into a video that is either 1 second or 8 second or anything in between that. I selected to reuse clips because we want to make sure that if we don't have enough footage in here, it'll make sure to hit our total length. And then again, I also have keep images still so that the images don't move around when you export. If you uncheck this, then the images, each image will automatically have like a zoom and a pan just to add more character to the images. And you can uncheck that if you want to export with your images, every single image doing some type of move or pan on it. But I like to keep that one checked for the sake of this video. And then of course you have your audio settings where if you want to add any background music, any voiceovers, or any sound effects you can, and you can change the start and end of those settings. Then of course we got our full script down here that we added in. Lastly, there is of course the add custom button, which we have incorporated a way for you to create any custom video. So if you want to type text, then it'll just show up on the background. And if you want to type anything like what's happening in the video, you can do it there. And of course, if you wanted to create with AI, you could do it here using Sora 2. And this will let you generate any type of video that you want in any aspect ratio that you want. And it will just pop up and you'll be able to add it directly into your project. I'll be adding mid-journey support soon. So we're still selecting clips here. And again, this is a 17-minute video, so it took a little while to generate that preview for us, but it's getting there. And there we have it. The preview has loaded for us. And so now if we go through the scrubber, we'll be able to see exactly everything that's happening. So just press play. You can see the video that we're about to export, and you can see of course it's playing in the order that we wanted it to. We started off with this part where we weren't shuffling it, which was from what we were looking at, and then of course around the 8-minute mark, or excuse me, around the 4-minute mark, we'll start getting into this section. So if we were to fast forward to around there, I'm sorry, let's actually go to the scrubber and do it around the 4-minute mark. Fine, doesn't look like it wants to let me go there. But you get the picture. Once you're satisfied with what you got, all you need to do is click export and it will start exporting for you. And that is about it. Once it's done exporting, you pretty much have your video. And if you want any other adjustments or changes, then just make sure to change your plan in the sections area and make any adjustments you need there. Of course, you can always use the timeline to refresh clips and make any quick edits there as well. But yeah, this is going to take about 3 minutes to export and mix since I did such a long video. But that essentially does it for this video and this tutorial. If you have any questions, of course, leave them in the comments below. And as always, I appreciate your support. And I just want to ask for a like on the video to help boost the video in the algorithm, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this and more future updates as we continue to push out new exciting features for you all to use to improve and increase the speed at which you can edit videos on YouTube. That's all I got for today, and I'll see y'all in the next video.